So, welcome back to the booth. My name is Valentin Hauser. I'm here with my colleague Valentin Mackl.
We're not. Actually, we're like twin brothers. But before anybody asks, we're.
Yeah, I'm the younger one. So round 4 has started. So we head to the games. We see a match between. Okay,
That's the last match.
that's the last match. Sorry. No, yeah.
Yeah.
The names are from the last match. We have Sergey Golubkin versus Tom Böttcher. And they're both 3-0.
Do we have any
So-
information about the player, like what the players are playing?
Yeah, we have the deck list here.
Oh, okay. So Sergey is playing a green-white deck, and Böttcher is playing white-black. We haven't seen that too many times already, so
So
maybe some new strategies in it.
Black Golubkin is playing, you said, green-white.
Sure. Takes some time to get set up, but we're in the game already. And Böttcher, after like faster start than the opponent. Turn 2 equipment is not what you're like aiming for in this format. And there it is. It's like a very strong card in this format. It's perfect enabler for madness and a 3/2 flyer.
We already have
as
the
well.
first
Very
damage.
good. Hmm? Yeah. 18. Yeah, that's correct. Sergey is doing nothing much here. Just ramping up a little, getting some clues.
But it's
Tom definitely seems like to be a aggressor. in
very
this match.
aggressive, very aggressive. With madness flipped the vampire.
Impressive, almost.
It's 5 damage now.
I certainly don't want to be in Sergey's shoes right now.
So let's see how he can recover.
But there's one of the rares in his deck, is a Bygone Bishop, a very strong one. And he can equip it immediately. That should solve some of the pressure issues that he has. It's pretty good block for everything.
But it's still only one blocker.
Yeah, like it's pretty hard to attack if you're losing a creature in this spot, I think. Let's see if he has any solutions. I see a 2/4 flyer, which makes the token, which is pretty good if he wants to be the aggressive, like if he wants to attack, but he chooses not to. And like if your creature dies, you at least get a 1/1 flyer instead, you know. But he chooses not to go for the like more defensive line of play, doing some ramping of its on his
On his
or
own.
on his own. And since the equipment gets vigilance, there's no harm in attacking back a little bit.
Yeah.
So the tides have turned a little, like
Yeah, he managed to get a little bit in the driving seat.
Yeah.
So
but I see a Tower Geist. The Tower Geist is pretty good. He at least gets to attack one time.
a Doppelgeist.
It's a very good card in this spot. Does basically deal 6 damage and leaves a 1/1 creature. Is
Not yet Delirium.
and he has like since he played the artifact last turn, he has another play in this turn as well. So
What does Sergey?
he has untap and +2/+2
Okay.
and reach, I think. As a very good combo trick in the spot, since we know Tom does not have many answers to that himself. Like in
So
this spot. Looking at the deck list right now, see if there's like
If there's
some
any
rares.
possibility. Yeah, other nice rares. Yeah,
Like
Tom
that-
also has a Bygone Bishop. So it's a Bygone Bishop
mirror match.
Mirror match, kind of.
But at least they seem a little bit fairer than what we saw last round. You know,
Yeah.
the 7 rares in the deck.
So it's 3 damage.
And he gets the extra value. So that hasn't been that turn of event wasn't that bad for Tom. Since like
A
his
little
4 toughness
pressure and-
blocker
yeah.
does like block very good against the 3 power attacker. Seems obvious.
So let's have a look if we can sneak one of the cards in Sergey's hand. Is there anything left that let him attack?
One of them seems like planes. It's not very good at attacking. I think.
Yeah, but sometimes he probably he'll find.
Okay, he chooses
Okay.
to equip the human. It gets an extra power, which is pretty good. Tom,
And the vigilance is amazing.
the vigilance is amazing at this board because you can just practically attack with
Attack and block
Yeah.
with the same creature, and
yeah.
so the creature is has improved power and toughness.
We're Captain Obvious in the stream.
Yeah.
And there's another flyer. Like right now, it looks like the board is getting stalled out a little bit.
And the fights are 1 in the air.
I don't see anybody attacking at that point because if there's 3/3 attacks, it just trades against the token. If the Bygone Bishop attacks, it just trades against the token. And Tom's creatures aren't very well equipped to attack since they're
Yeah,
like
yeah.
2/4 is not too scary, I think.
And only pass the turn.
The 3/3, like the 5/4 is pretty good still.
Yeah.
But Tom can decide to block it at any time, so and trade it against his 3/5. So if he's not too afraid of the pump spell or something like that. And now it's getting stalled out, and Tom is in a very good spot because of the lens. Oh, there's an attack.
And a multi-block.
Yeah.
He definitely wants to take down.
It seems a little bit weird to block with the Tower Geist as well. It's a 4/4, so any pump spells at this point do +2/+2 basically. Maybe he's playing around the devouring 3 destroy target creature attacking or
puncturing
blocking
light.
puncturing light. That's it. Yeah, basically gave out the 1/1 for free, but like was a pretty weird attack, I think. But I think Sergey feels like he's under pressure. I take that back.
Nice.
Stop.
So we
No more pressure. No more pressure.
I didn't take a look on Sergey's deck list. Obviously, the Cigarda is now pretty impressive on the board because getting extra creatures is sure a good strategy.
There's
And now-
something big. Oh, that's a good one. I'm not entirely sure what it does exactly, but I think it's a good one. I think it exiles creatures if it deals combat damage to a player. You can correct me if that's wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's look it up.
Let's look it up. What it exactly does. No.
No. That took some time. It's
8 mana 6/6 flyer, and with Delirium, not yet. he can exile opponent creatures when it deals damage. So he can do it
Deals
when
damage
it blocks
to a player?
deals damage.
Oh, that's pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
if you have the delirium, which is pretty far away for Tom, I think. Right now, just a 6/6.
6/6 flying in the air
No,
is
not
better
the
than the
worst.
opponent's Cigar.
Wouldn't
That's
say that.
better power
exactly.
toughness.
That's for sure.
And Sergey makes tokens.
Yeah, it's the other effect of the cigar. It's not just a 3/5 flyer for 5 with
5/4 flyer.
5/4 flyer.
Yeah.
No, 4/5.
4/5 flyer. 4/5
flyer.
flyer.
It does
Bagan Bishop creates a clue token. So many lands here in play.
Yeah, it looks like Sergey is flooding a little bit out. He would love to have a lens in play right now, but he has a cigar, there's a mana sink, and a Bagan Bishop, so I think he should be fine. It's a card advantage war right now, I think.
Yeah.
And Tom is also trying to get enough cards in his graveyard to enable the delirium for the
For the
angel.
angel, yeah.
And Sergey on the other side is willing to trade himself, because creatures are already in graveyard, to put more tokens onto the battlefield. But I think we're in for a longer one, and
Yeah.
I don't think like any particularly strong mythic or rare card in the decks that will swing the game immediately. So it's gonna get prolonged, I think.
And the small removals on both sides. So
There's a Silver Strike, a Puncturing Light in his deck, but
yeah, puncturing light. Thomas to the puncturing light. But it seems the creatures are
an Angelic Perch would
Angelic
be a
Perch.
really good card for Sergey, I know.
for sure
Since he has a lot of lands that he's not entirely
sacrificing something
eager on
important.
keeping, you know. And he's equipping around. I don't think we'll see attack. Yeah. And just a clue token and sacrifice it. Woo! Exciting.
Yeah.
So back and forth. we had a strong and aggressive start from Böttcher, Tom. But yeah.
Yeah,
so
grinding for card advantage with the clue tokens, either by Bagan Bishop or by the lands.
Oh,
Kind of
there's a murderous destroyed a
Murderous compulsion?
murder almost in Tom's hand, but the equipment, as I found out, is pretty good against that. they're just not tapping, and the Tower Geist is gone as well. I mean, still pretty far away from Delirium, so not too afraid of that one at this point. The other cards are, is it a 3/3 horse with Delirium in Tom's hand?
Is he really considering an attack here?
He has the +3/+1 pump spell for sure. That would put the angel up to 9 and 7. But if Sergey blocks with all his flyers, it's still going down. But
The steed.
there's the steed. I saw that already. So good.
Or the stallion.
So no attack. I think Tom at this point is certain that he will win this game with the lens, because he's drawing two
he's
cards,
Drawing two
and
cards
Sergey
every
is
turn.
Sergey
close
is
to two
only
cards.
drawing 2 cards if
He
he
plays
gets-
a small creature.
if his mate gets a small creature, so it's not drawing 2 every turn.
So at the moment it is Seal Tag. Question in the chat. It's Seal Tag, Shadows over Innistrad, followed by Top 8 Booster Draft.
I'm very excited for that one, actually.
I'm pretty sure the last round one deck was more like a standard deck.
So we get the confusion, yeah. I'm pretty sure we'll get a picture or a deck type, how you get this kind of decks later on. Oh, maybe I don't get
The confirmation.
the confirmation on that one right now. Would actually be a fun thing. Oh, I guess the people behind the stream here do not want to work that much. I totally get that. And he hates me right now.
So, yeah, the board is pretty stalled, so we have a lot of time talking about other things.
Yeah.
Both players are drawing cards, playing lands, and passing the turn.
Yeah, there's not much going on. There's still a lot of cards in Tom's hand, a lot of removal, but all of them seem a lot very situational. So, we missed that. There's a demon coming. You discard a card, and it gets 2 counters. So we actually missed that. You have the deck list. It's not my fault. So it's a pretty strong one. So. If he has enough cards, which he has, because most of his cards in his hand are pretty situational, and every land that he draws going into the game just get converted into 2 counters, and that gets
he can ramp up with the clue stones, draw more cards.
So that will
Finally,
get
probably
out of hand pretty quickly. We also see that there's an artifact in the grave of Tom already. So he's only needing an instant and a sorcery or a land to make his angel go live.
Yeah.
I think Tom is in a pretty good spot.
And now he starts attacking.
He starts attacking and probably is going to discard and cards in response, maybe. Or maybe just wants to trade against some of the flyers to make the demon able to bring the demon, like live attacking, because a lot of flying defense from Sergey. And there we go. That's a double block. Yeah, it's a 4/6 and a
4/5.
2/3, 2/3 and a 4/5. Yeah. And are there any tricks in Sergey's hand? Okay, he says the Sigarda should block first. That's the biggest threat on the board right now. And there's the +3/+1. Oh, is that the Wrath in Sergey's hand? Is that possible? I say exile all creatures. That might be it. That would be a strong one. And he just, like, with the Wrath in his hand, I can see just, like, doing nothing, having an extra card out of Tom's hand.
The lifelink, does it work?
I don't know why the Angel is dead. Isn't it 6/6? The Angel is a 6/6. +3/+1 makes it to 9/7, right?
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be dead. Bygone Bishop is a 2/3. Can we get confirmation of that? Why is the Angel
Why did
dead?
the Angel die?
Pause the game real quick.
So
It's a 6/6 and he gets +1 defense as well, so it shouldn't be dead. I think. Maybe there's something I missed. The Sigurd is a 4/5. Oh, he blocked with 3 creatures. Okay, we weren't able to see that.
There was another creature blocking it.
Okay.
So
No, never mind.
this makes completely sense. Yeah, we saw it.
No, but he just puts up 2 creatures, and the third one was staying back, so we didn't see it exactly.
Yep.
All good. So those are pro
obviously
players,
only declared the important creatures in blocking order. So everything is fine.
Completely understand, and I completely understand that block now. Sergey is getting further and further behind on the board, but if there's a Raf in his hand, it's exactly what he wants, because Tom is still not able to attack.
But with the Bike and Bishop now, the Scarecrow. With
Maybe there's no Raf in his hand after all, and I was mistaking. And
Bike and Bishop dead right now, there is not really a situation where he can generate a card advantage again. So
okay, there's clearly a Raf in
his
Sergey's list.
but not yet sure if we can spot it in his hand.
I mean, maybe he's trying with the extra creature on the board. He's trying to make Tom feel more secure. I mean, it's a mythic ray. You would never play around it, so. But yeah, we'll see on what he decides. So dead weight takes care of that, and there's a big swing in. Now it's getting time. Now
the calculation start.
Now the calculation starts. I don't know. He should be able to survive the attack, but it's definitely time for the Raf Knight right now.
Not sure if he survives it next turn.
Oh, there's the Silver Strike. Destroy attacking creature, and he gains 3 life. Pretty good in the spot. I still don't understand why he didn't just cast the Raf last turn. Oh, there's another one that we missed. There's from under the floorboards, a pretty good card.
Yeah,
also,
and there's the tokens.
yeah, there's 4 zombie created 4 zombie tokens at end of turn, so he didn't even know what's going to hit him next turn.
What's happened? Yeah.
But if he's able to survive this turn, he should be able to come back with the Raf. Let's see. He's on 13 life now. Yeah, there's.
Some.
Yeah, he should definitely be able to survive that. There's 12 9 damage into on Sergey right there. And let's see how defensive Böttcher Tom decides to play it. Oh, it's just 6 damage. Okay, I understand. But with a very defensive block like that, Tom might be tipped off. Yeah, I mean, there's not many ways. Oh yeah, he can. What's that?
So now,
I mean, Sergey definitely has to play the Raf right now. Everything's gone. Let's see if Tom still decides to commit the 1-run rat in his hand as well.
As well to the board.
Yeah.
So damage calculations are in.
Yeah. There are 6 in his face. A lot of 8 in his face. Do we miss the?
The Travel
1
Inspector.
2? Yes.
So it's 8 for Sergey, down
Drops
to
down
5. The board is cleared on Sergey's side, and he will try to clear the other side too.
There is no reason to commit anymore to this board, I think.
No, it's not necessary. So, still arguing how the blocks were made.
Okay.
Just the right token.
Okay, he does not play the red. That will
It's
probably
not
help him later.
necessary to play it.
It's a 5-turn clock.
Yeah, it's better for next time. The attack and the wrath.
Ooh. I would be pretty sad if I were Tom right now. All this
Yeah.
work for nothing. So sad.
It's okay. Sergey does not have delirium. Am I mistaken?
No, there's just creatures. Basically just
And
creatures.
instant.
Yeah.
The puncturing light.
And it doesn't even give a token, even though the whole board
Yeah.
died, kind of.
And
And we're back to clue tokens. But the question now is, does Tom have enough cards
Does
and
he
resources
come
left in
back
his deck
for the
to
final damage. He's on 21 life. It's not that race.
It's not a race kind of situation, but the question is, does he have enough left, you know?
Yeah.
There's still a fair number of lands in his deck, and we'll see. So exciting.
So Spirit gets equipped and swings for 3.
And there's some life gain
And
that should handle the red's attacks every turn. And you have enough lands to sacrifice to make him flip. It was 3 points of damage.
Yeah.
And there's Tom's Bygone Bishop. But does he want to draw any more cards? One life for each creature.
And
It's
so
2/3 for 3. 2/2 for 2/3. It's pretty hard to see at that point.
Yeah.
And sadly, we're not limited masters like Matei.
So here's the puncturing light taking out the flyer.
Finally get
Getting
some targets for his creature
another
every
damage
move.
back.
I still don't think the murder's intent will do a whole lot in this game.
Not in this situation.
Maybe he can make some trick to let the Trabant Inspector flip in his turn and then kill the Inspector.
Still not out of gas. So I would like Tom moved his core pad, so I'm not really sure about
Sergey's
the life total. I think I messed it. Probably I messed it up.
He should be it. He
Well,
was at
3.
5. He gets 2 life and he took 1, so 6 should be correct.
6 should be nice.
And no blocks. And if Sergey, it's 5
5
damage,
so
and
it's
if
1.
Sergey does not find, and there's the
And
concession.
there's the
A hard fought battle. The RAF wasn't enough, and
yeah, but there's some nice cards too in Tom's deck.
yeah, and
So
the RAF loses a lot of value if you didn't know it's there.
yeah,
Because he committed a lot there, and just because it's usually your opponent does not have a RAF, you know, it's a mythic rare. There's
yeah.
such a slim chance that it is in the
So
opponent's deck.
the instant zombie tokens were pretty nice for Tom,
Yeah, but then
and
I would
Play
give the
around
advantage
the
to Tom right now, just because of how the decks are set up. And the RAF loses in value, and he has just more flyers. I feel like he has more flyers, and it's a pretty grindy matchup, even though Tom got out of the gates really fast there
yeah,
in this game, but he has the
usually it plays
Angel,
out
and
a
he has
little
the
bit.
Demon, and he has Enter the Flow. But there's a lot of rares in Tom's deck, and Sergey just has the RAF to kind of hold on. So we'll see. So exciting.
So the magnifying glass did its work.
Yeah, that one drew like
drew like
7 cards or so.
yeah.
But it's cards like that that aren't usually that strong, but in this stall situations,
Yeah, if
They're-
the
they
match
get-
gets grindy, it's for sure they're good cards. So let's have a look if we get some information on the sideboardings. If anything happened.
I mean, I don't think they need to sideboard a lot. Maybe board out a couple of the defensive cards that they both bring, because they seem... I mean, you're not allowed to completely destroy your curve. Ooh, there is a lot of lands in Tom's hand. A throttle and a murderous intent. Okay, he's shipping it back. Pretty disciplined play. Some people were like, oh, if I draw a lot of creatures from now on.
Yeah, I
No,
can't
not
draw much
Tom.
more lands because I have so many in hand.
That's the way.
So
I was expecting your usual saying for that. Mulligan is not.
not
you
a
did.
punishment.
Yeah, it's not a punishment. It's a chance.
It's a chance, not a punishment. Yeah.
Even more so with the new scry rule.
It's not my quote. It's from. I have it from. I think it was Johannes Hölzel, former Austrian Magic player from Upper Austria, who said that, or I heard it from him first. So, first attacks.
Yeah, Tom decides correctly not to trade his maximum value creature against the 2/2. Because there's still a long time till the delirium will get active on that one. Oh, and there's the combo with the madness card. So
The
good,
madness
so
card.
good.
That was
A
nice.
true master, a true master.
Ah, this is how it should work. So even though Sergey was faster this turn,
Oh, there's a
this could be okay.
dead.
Problem solved.
It
It had the dead
dead.
weight, yeah.
And we see the angel in Tom's hand.
So updated
On
the
the
light
other-
totals
on
to
the other
2
side-
attacks for 3.
Are those 200? Let's see. There is a puncturing light and an angelic purge, and this third card I can't quite make out.
So another attack. This could be over pretty soon.
I mean,
But-
I saw that in the first game as well, but Sergey was pretty good hanging on. Both of those decks have quite a lot of defensive tools, so... And if the 2/4 flyer comes out, it's... Not quite sure what's the third card. And in addition, there's the puncturing light in Sergey's hand, so he's not quite too worried about the
But
aggression
smashing
of
for
Tom.
5.
He just
each
decided
time.
not to play it because... Oh, there's the lifelink trick. +3/+1. That completely nullifies the puncturing light. Let's see if we can get this interaction and the throttle. Ooh, Tom's hand is really stacked right now.
So what do you think?
Ooh, and I just saw the enter the floorboard. A lot of great cards in Tom's hand. Oh, that was the white card we were missing. Destroy target attacking creature, gains 3 life again.
And throttle down the beast.
The post-combat throttle.
Yeah, it's fine.
Both
Sergey was tapped out, so
Both players are pretty far away from Delirium, I think. Oh no, that's an
No.
enchantment.
There's the dead weight in
Actually-
the graveyard.
Actually, Tom has it right now. It's a sorcery, an instant. No. Yeah, it's a sorcery, an instant enchantment, and a creature. Whoa, he got it! Exciting. The angel is getting a lot of extra value there. But he's down to 5 life. But with the Enter the floorboards, he'll be able to gain a lot of them. And actually, Sergey is just like 2 cards away. Or 1 card. What was the first card here?
So getting in for 3, no pumping, but getting the life back to 8/8.
Not with Madness this time.
Not
I
with
mean,
Madness,
it's a lot more
but
fun
still enough.
if you cast it for like 10, you know. This zombie
Probably.
revelation, so-called. And back to 5.
So Angelic Perch, exciting the steed.
And just the planes and a puncturing light in Sergey's hand. Tom's rares seem to take over again. And the puncturing light even gets nullified by the +3/+1 and lifelink, and puts Tom at a safe life total. And he can go for the kill right now if Sergey
Depends
does not choose to block. But obviously he does. And the puncturing light as well. Oh, and this interaction is actually bad for Tom. Easy 1 1/3 for 1. And no more life.
But
He was a little
as was
too
greedy.
eager to cast that on time, probably. There would have been better spots on this full
For
field.
sure. So this puts Tom down to 2.
Oh, there's... does Sergey has Delirium now? This is a pretty good spot to block, most likely. And
Is it
there's a
Angelic Perch.
No, it's a puncture. Isn't it a puncturing light? I think it's a puncturing light. Which helps him get another trick done. And okay.
And this is
Sergey just has
game,
nothing, a lot of
set and
lands.
match.
And the rares of Tom did the trick. Congrats to him.
So this was round 4. It was pretty fast. I think there is much time left in a round. So only 11 minutes, okay.
Okay, and that
so
puts...
let's head back to the booth.
I think everybody's happy with 4 wins. I think that's pretty much locked for top 8. Only 6 rounds.
Only 6 rounds, so 4 wins should pretty much lock you. 4 wins and a draw should be the most safe spot, I don't think. With this number of players, someone with 1-1 x1-1 finish won't make it.
Definitely not.
Definitely.
There might even be 1 or 2 x2 player, I think.
Exactly. So the
We'll
possibility
see.
is to play the next rounds too.
For the first seed, yeah. The first seed is actually pretty important. Or like being in the upper level of seeds to reduce, like to have the chance to be on a play, a good chance. Since you just need to win one round.
Yeah.
For the monies.
So, what is your impression of the Shadows of Innistrad Limited so far?
I really like it. When I started, it's been a format with a lot of up and downs for me personally, because when we first started drafting for testing for the Pro Tour, I was like, blue, that's the thing. I only draft blue, and I drafted like 10 blue decks, and I was like, always end up winning.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, everybody told me, it's like, oh man, blue, that does nothing. And I was like, no, that's really strong. And at the GP, I realized, the GP Barcelona, I realized, oh, blue is not that good, not as good as I thought, since I like 0-3'd my draft with a blue deck, and I totally needed to reform and do another draft strategies, and I was pretty disappointed since I like the blue 7 creature decks with like a lot of bounce spells and stuff.
Question from the chat. Franz the Master, Valentin Mackl, when can we see you again on the Pro Tour? I would estimate it will be the next Pro Tour.
Yeah, I'm still gold level and already locked for gold level for next season. So you'll see me at every Pro Tour. I hope you will see me there on stream.
For the next 1.5 years?
1.5 years at least, and I still think I'll do the silver and get the first one of the next year. It's pretty
So what
hard.
about making platinum this year?
It's a little tougher than clinching the first seat for Austria from Oliver, but I'll win a World Magic Cup qualifier anyways. Easy, easy.
Okay. So back to the Shadows Limited.
Yeah.
What are the main differences between sealed deck and draft, in your opinion?
Okay, there's a lot of similarities and a lot of differences. The similarities are the builds. The builds are kind of the same. There's a red-white aggro deck, just because white is so deep and the red pump spells are pretty good. But your decks get a lot more focused in draft all the time.
So you're not the only guy
So you're
looking for this.
you're not the only guy, but still you can be. And then your deck can get even more absurd than the best decks we've seen. Okay, maybe not the 8 rares one with only good uncommons.
I had an opponent at the Magic Online pre-release. He showed me 6 rares, and he apologized for not showing all 9 of them. So because he played all 9 of them.
Of course, so yeah,
So
you kind of have
sometimes
to.
you can have those silly decks.
There's a blue-black land in my green-white deck, or whatever. It's good enough, you know.
It was more like Westvale Abbey and Bygone Bishop.
I mean, we saw that
know,
already.
and
It's
Avacyn.
nothing special
Yeah,
anymore.
it's pretty usual. So
When there's another question, when will I have more Twitter followers than Patrick? I guess that's on you guys. At last Pro Tour, I made like act like aggression against Patrick that I want to have more Twitter followers than him. I'm still around, I don't know, a lot of thousands off, like 3,500.
so
But
it's
if
your chance.
everybody here in the chat, you know, if everybody here in the chat tells his whole family to make a Twitter account, if they don't already have one, and follow me, that would put me above him, I think.
How far are you away?
Like 3,500, I think.
So
It's on you guys. It's on you guys.
1 or 2 weeks. Standings will be posted pretty soon. I think we get standings after round 4. I will tell the other guys from the coverage to do so. So I would say we will make a short break and see you back here at the beginning of round 5.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. A lot of deciding matches. 4 wins pretty much locks you.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. And yeah,
See you soon.
of course. Something like that.